Hey everyone, it's Rob from Hypop and welcome back to another video. In this one, we are unboxing a brand new release from Godox. This is the Godox AD400Pro II. So I have with me the brand new Godox AD400Pro II. This has been a long-awaited release since Godox have previously released the Mark II versions of the AD200 Pro and also the AD600 Pro. This one here was the next in line, and obviously some of the latter models, including the 300 Pro and perhaps even the 100 Pro, may be getting updates shortly. But here in my hands, I've got the brand new AD400 Pro Mark II. Let's take a closer look at what's included. So inside we have a brand new carry case. This is an updated carry case from Godox. You can see some prominent Godox branding there. The design is slightly different. The previous case had no pattern on it and this one does. This is sort of like one of those soft hard cases, so it's not exactly a pelican, but it's rigid enough to provide enough protection for what's inside. And inside we have all of the components. So firstly we have the user guide. We have the flash tube. This is the FT-AD400 Pro. We have a Bowens mount adapter here. So this is the Bowens mount adapter that you can install onto the AD400 Pro, and we'll get to that shortly. You've also got the mounting screws for them. You've got the battery. This is the WB400P, so no updates there. On the top here, it actually has a sticker and it says battery maintenance. And it says, for long-term storage, be sure to charge it to 40 to 60% every 3 months to avoid damage. When idling for a month, it will automatically enter a sleep mode. Press the power button so you can wake it up. So that's actually a new feature. And despite it still being the same model here, there are a few updates. So I can see the test button on the top here is now a white button, a more prominent button, and it shows the LEDs there that show the battery indicator. And you can see there's 2 green dots there for this particular battery. Now, we're a store based here in Sydney, and what we have had in the past are many of these batteries, the AD400 Pro battery as well as the 600 Pro battery going into dormancy. We have a reset tool to be able to reset that. So a lot of the times people aren't using these flashes, say, on a regular basis, perhaps not even weekly, and they come to us with some dormant batteries, so we're able to reset those. So what this is just giving you a reminder to ensure that you sort of trickle charge these batteries to ensure they don't go into sleep mode. So that's good that they've added that and also updated the button. We have a power cable here, and that is for the charger. So the charger is the C400P, so no changes there. And here we have the brand new AD400 Pro Mark II. Now going back to this Bowens mount adapter here, the AD400 Pro is actually the only flash in Godox's range that has 2 mounts. It has the Godox mount, which is along this silver ring here, and that's the proprietary Godox mount that's compatible with some of their Godox lighting modifiers, including softboxes like the AD-65 or the AD-85. And typically those modifiers, because they're within the Godox system, they're slightly more affordable than the Bowens ones. So there's the reflector that's also included as part of that, and that's the Godox mount reflector, so that goes straight on there. And you have the reflector cap too. Now, if you want to have this compatible with the Bowens mount, you just need to simply install this onto the front there, and that will now enable Bowens mount adapters, Bowens mount modifiers for this particular flash, and you can use these screws to mount them. So for those of you that are familiar with the AD400 Pro Mark II, or even just the AD400 Pro range, what you'll notice is that there's a lot of similarities. In fact, it almost looks identical to the previous model. There's a few pros and cons to this. Obviously, some of the pros include that a lot of the batteries, the flash tube, and all the accessories that have previously worked with the first model will still be compatible with this, which is great to see, because there are a lot of brands out there that obviously update their equipment and perhaps there's no backwards compatibility. So that's really good to see. So that means you're able to use accessories such as the AC400, where you can replace the battery and put the AC400 on the back and plug this in and use this as a plug-in flash. That will still work. the H400P, which is the extension head for the AD400 Pro, that will still work with this model here. And obviously just getting any spare batteries if you have any laying around, or even spare flash tubes, they are all the same, which is a great thing to see. There's also a lot of other accessories out there specifically made for the AD400 Pro, like the BD08, which is a barn door set, and other reflectors. And then obviously having that Godox mount, as well as the Bowens mount adapter that's included, you have access to so many different modifiers for this particular flash. So what's changed with the AD400 Pro Mark II? Firstly, a lot of the updates that have come from the AD600 Pro Mark II and 200 Pro Mark II have made its way down here. So it looks like they're updating the same things across all of the Mark II models. First and foremost, we have some updates to the modeling light. So this modeling light is a 30-watt modeling light, but now it is bicolor. So that means you're able to change the color temperature of the modeling light from 2800 Kelvin to 6000 Kelvin. And if we mount this battery on here, and we'll insert the flash tube, we'll turn on this flash here, and you've still got the unlock, spin to unlock feature there. You've got a dedicated modeling light button here where we can actually change the color temp, and I can warm this up here. So 2800 Kelvin there, which is a warm tone, and going up to 6000 Kelvin. That's now a cool tone modeling light. So you can have this on free control, which is what I have it on there. And you can control the intensity from 0 to 100%, or in proportionate. So that means that depending on the flash output, the modeling light will adjust accordingly. So if it's a higher output, it'll have a stronger modeling light. And if it's a lower output, then it'll have a weaker modeling light. So that's one update there. Another update is they've also updated the screen here. So the screen is now a color TFT screen, which is good to see. That makes things a little easier and more legible. The screen itself is also brighter, so when you go into menu, you can actually adjust the brightness of the screen up to 100%, which makes this a lot easier to see, especially in daylight. Another update they've done is they've added the group LED indicators here on the top. So you have one on either side of the flash here. So as you go to change the group of this particular flash, it assigns it a color. And that makes it easier to see, especially in multi-flash setups. So if you have multiple flashes, 1, 2, 3 flashes, and you assign them to different groups, they will have different colors. So if you're on set, you're on location, you're able to see what group each flash is on without having to sort of fiddle around with your trigger or go up into the flash itself. So that's another change. Another change they've made is also the compatibility with Godox's new trigger. This is the Godox X3 trigger, and the X3 trigger is a small USB-C charged one. If you want to take a closer look at the unboxing and review that we've done for that trigger, click the link up above. And that particular trigger has this feature called One Touch Sync. So that means you're able to, without having to play around with channels or groups, simply press the sync feature, the One Touch Sync, and you can jump into wireless on the wireless setting on this menu here, and then just go into wireless sync down there, and that pairs it up with the Godox X3 trigger pretty much instantly. And that's really good to save you from the hassle of actually connecting this all up. Another thing that they've also updated on the AD400 Pro Mark II is the flash mode. So they've introduced 2 new modes to this version here. They've got color stability mode as well as freeze mode. So color stability mode was actually a feature that was only present in the AD600 Pro, the previous model, as well as the 1200 Pro. So in the 400 Pro Mark II, they have the color stability mode now, and that's really good because there's less variance from frame to frame with the color stability mode. So you have, instead of a plus or minus 200 Kelvin variance, you have a reduced variance there, which is going to be helpful, especially in post-production or if color precision is important to you. And that was, I guess, a little feature that they've added to this new flash here, which wasn't previously there. You also have the freeze mode. Now, freeze mode is perfect because what that actually does is it speeds up the flash duration for this particular unit to 1/27,770 seconds. So that means that you're able to freeze motion with this particular flash. Whereas it did have a relatively fast flash duration, the previous model, but having this freeze mode has made it faster and made it a lot easier to be able to do those types of shots as well. Now this flash still has all of those features that you expect from a full-featured flash. So it does have high-speed sync support up to 1/8,000th of a second. You're obviously able to adjust the modes of the flash. So when we jump back in, we're currently in a manual mode, and you can change the mode over to multi-stroboscopic mode or TTL, and obviously adjusting the TTL compensation in third stop increments. So you have all of those features still there. But one other thing that they did improve on the manual mode is actually giving you more range of output to go from. So you have now over 1/5/12, so 1/512, and that means that you have just more steps of power to choose from. So really precise in terms of your output from 1/1 to 1/512 in 0.1 stop increments. So that's pretty amazing in terms of that full range there. And at the bottom left here, it actually shows you the flash duration and the T0.1 values, and that's perfect and just gives you, a visual indicator for that as well. So you can see there's a lot of features that they've added to this flash. They haven't really overhauled the whole thing, but what they have done is they've made these quality of life improvements and incremental improvements. And the fact that you're still able to use all of the accessories, batteries, flash tubes, that means that you sort of future-proof. So if you haven't already purchased one of these, or if you're considering purchasing one, I guess it's a good time now, because that means that they've made the update and there's no further changes expected, no new models obviously in the horizon. And that means that whatever lessons they've learned from the first model, they've implemented it here. Any feedback any users have given, they've obviously updated the flash to accommodate for that. So who is the brand new Godox AD400Pro Mark II for? If you're already part of Godox's ecosystem and have some existing flashes such as the Speedlights, the V1, V1 Pro, or even the newer V100, or if you've got one of their lower output flashes such as the AD100Pro or 200 Pro, the 400 Pro would be a good step up, because as you can see, it's actually still quite a portable flash. It's a good mix of portability as well as output. So at 400 watts, this battery gives you about 460 full power recycles when at full output. And if you're not using it at full output, I'm sure a lot more. And it's not necessarily as strong as, say, a flash that can overpower the sun like the AD600 Pro or the AD1200 Pro, but it's a good mix there, and I think enough output for most people to be used as one of your main key lights. So I feel like it's a good option there. If you haven't already purchased, say, the previous model, this one here has all the bells and whistles now. It's got all the updates. So I feel like it'd be a good time to look at upgrading. Or if you're just buying into the Godox ecosystem and you're used to higher powered flashes. So if you're coming from ProPhoto as an example, they've got 500 watt B1Xs. Or if you've got 500 watt or 400 watt portable flash already, I feel like an AD400 Pro is sitting right up there. The previous model was an award-winning one just for its ease of use, its cost effectiveness, and the entire ecosystem that Godox provides. So I feel like this is a step in the right direction from Godox, and I feel like overall it's a good addition to the range, and I look forward to seeing some updates to some of their other models as part of the AD series. So for more videos just like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be updated of any new content we release. Leave a like on the video if it's helped you. Feel free to leave down in the comments section below your thoughts, or if you have any questions about the Godox AD400Pro Mark II. Follow us on socials, the links are down below, and visit our website, hypop.com.au. Thanks for watching.